Hey, this is the full guide to customer testimonial videos, and this is video number 3 of the series. It's the last one. I'm still Andrea for leadsandconversion.com, and in this video, I'm gonna talk about the editing part, how to make this work come to life in something that can be watched by your prospect, your leads. So this is not about editing. I'm not going to teach you how to edit the video. You can get an editor for that, or if you know how to use Adobe Premiere, you can edit it by yourself. What I want to stress here is really the need to build a story with all these answers you got from the customer. Because you got answers, you asked questions, and they answered your questions. Now it's up to you to shuffle the answers and build a sort of story that makes sense. So the way I like to do it, and the way I recommend my customers to do it, is this. There are 2 ways you can start a testimonial video, but after that, there is a must-do step that you can't move anywhere else in the video, and it is the point where you introduce your customer. So the point where the customer explains who she is and what she does. This is super important because it establishes the credibility of your customer. If your customers are not credible, if the viewer thinks, oh, this customer hasn't really accomplished anything, the value of your testimonial goes downhill, okay? Maybe you are serving companies that are well-known companies, so you want to say their name as soon as possible in the video. So this is scene number 2. After the start, can be 2 ways to start the video. After that, you are forced to introduce the customer.
I'm Molly Owens. I'm the CEO and founder of Truity, and we develop personality assessments in an online platform and deliver those directly to consumers and also to businesses.
There are 2 ways you can start the story. The first one is to start with trust. So this means that the first scene the viewer sees in the video is something that makes them trust your brand, your company. So this is something your customer says in the testimonial that you want to place in the beginning of the video to establish this, oh, this must be a good company. So you want to have this sort of reaction. This is one way to start.
I've been working with Andrea for about 3.5 years. I'm Molly Owens. I'm the CEO and founder of Truity, and we develop personality assessments in an online platform.
So when you tell your viewers that this particular person has been your customer for over 3 years, they cannot help thinking, oh my God, 3 years is quite a long time. This company must be doing something right if they can retain a customer that long. And you see, this is the trust element that simply comes from this person having been your client for such a long time. So this is very powerful. That's why we asked the question, how long have you been working with this company? This was trust first. And the second way is to start instead with something your customer said in the video to which the viewer can relate. And this is usually the problem. So your customer is talking about her problem that she was trying to solve before she met you. And in describing this problem with her own words, she says something that the viewer is currently experiencing. And this generates a reaction in the viewer that, oh my God, yes, this is for me.
Like most online businesses, we see so many people that are never going to buy anything. You see thousands and thousands of people come through your website, and, just a teeny tiny little fraction of them even get to your checkout process, and then even a smaller fraction of those people are buying. And that's just a big problem, that everyone deals with. But I think working with Andrea and working with conversion optimization, we had a kind of organized way to think about why might some people not be buying. Not the people who are never going to buy, and there will always be those people, but the people who might be on the cusp and just not getting what they needed. What is it that they need and what's missing? And so Andrea brought a way to kind of think about that problem and to test in a kind of systematized fashion to try to solve those problems for the customer. I'm Molly Owens. I'm the CEO and founder of Truity.
So you see how she gets excited describing the problem, and there are really all my customers have this sort of problem. So for them watching this, for you watching this, should be very, very relatable. Now there is a thing I don't like about this second clip, and it is that the intro is too long. When you have this long intro before introducing the customer, the viewers start to have these questions. Can I really trust this person who's talking? Who is this person? So you want to introduce the customer as soon as possible, and that is why in this particular clip I like to use the version that builds on trust. It's much shorter and allows me to introduce faster my customer. So that's why I choose that in my final video testimonial. So at this point, all the other parts of the clip you collected, you can cut and shuffle as you want. It doesn't matter because you got the viewer going through the first 15-20 seconds of the video. And at this point, if you caught their attention, you have them, and you can let the customer do her job to explain what is that she said in the testimonial. And so your testimonial edited in this way should be very, very effective. Don't worry too much, just shoot the testimonials, edit them, and put them out there for people to see. And by the way, don't make a testimonial page. You want to sprinkle these video testimonials on your pages. When you make a claim, just put a video testimonial in there to show that, okay, this customer made this claim. It's not me. It's not our company saying this thing. It was actually a customer who said that. And there is the video, boom, right there, where the viewer, the visitor, can verify the claim on an actual video of the customer. Okay, now after watching these 3 videos, you should really know everything there is to know about making customer testimonial videos. And so I hope I helped you a little bit, but there is so much more I can do to help your business to grow. For example, I can look into your Google Analytics and tell you exactly why your business is not growing as fast as you'd like it to grow. Or I can help you getting insights from looking at how your visitors behave on your website. And with these insights, we can later create hypotheses that we can use to build A/B test experiments and start converting more visitors into paying customers. So this is exactly what Molly was saying in the testimonial. So if you want to start with this, or even if you are just curious, all you have to do is to go on leadsandconversion.com/start, and there you can book a call with me. It won't cost you anything, like zero, nada. So there is really no reason why you shouldn't go right now and book this call. For all the business owners and managers I talked to, the call has been an eye-opener, and I can promise you, you won't regret it. But you know, my word doesn't count much, so I will let Bob from Holland tell you this.
Yeah, if you're on the fence, and I am really picky when it comes to working with people, you will not regret. He's very good, he's very punctual. And I'm sure that if he wants to work with you, he will make you make more money.
You see all the work you do with collecting customer testimonials, and then you get these kind of testimonials. So I'm going to end this video with the edited version of the customer testimonial with Molly, CEO of Truity, who made the Inc. 5000 list, and she's number 526 if I'm not wrong. Watch it.
I've been working with Andrea for about 3.5 years. I'm Molly Owens. I'm the CEO and founder of Truity, and we develop personality assessments in an online platform and deliver those directly to consumers and also to businesses to use with their teams as well. When I met Andrea, I had been doing some testing here and there, some experimentation a little bit on my own and kind of in an unstructured way. But I was really interested in A/B testing and how to kind of tailor messages and tailor design to what people needed during the checkout process, during the conversion process. But when I spoke to Andrea, it was really clear that he had a body of knowledge around how conversion optimization works and a really structured process, which I thought would bring just a lot more depth and intelligence to conversion optimization. So it was really clear to me that working with him would take that to the next level and probably make a huge difference in how we served our customers. Like most online businesses, we see so many people that are never going to buy anything. You see thousands and thousands of people come through your website and, just a teeny tiny little fraction of them even get to your checkout process, and then even a smaller fraction of those people are buying. And that's just a big problem, that everyone deals with. But I think working with Andrea and working with conversion optimization, we had a kind of organized way to think about why might some people not be buying, not the people who are never going to buy, and there will always be those people, but the people who might be on the cusp and just not getting what they needed. What is it that they need and what's missing? And so Andrea brought a way to kind of think about that problem and to test in a kind of systematized fashion to try to solve those problems for the customer. As soon as we started working with Andrea, we made the process just much more scheduled. We kind of had a specific calendar around testing so that we knew what we were going to test. We knew how long we needed to test it. And then we had that kind of organized way of looking back and seeing what worked and what didn't. And Andrea brought a lot more discipline around looking at the statistics and making sure that we were doing tests that were statistically significant. And we were sort of a lot more confident in when we instituted a change permanently, that we knew that it was something that was going to work and that we had proven. Over the past 3 years and 3 years plus of working with Andrea, our traffic has actually gone down a little bit over those 3 years. It's fluctuated, but overall it's gone down, but our revenue has gone up. And what we've seen is that most of that revenue gain has come from conversion optimization. We've done just sort of constant testing and constant experimentation to see what works, making sure that we implement and build on those tests that do work so that our conversion rate has gone up. Even as fewer people are visiting our site, we're serving people better and helping them better over the finish line of buying something so that our revenue has gone up. So Andrea is great to work with because he has a lot of ideas. He has a really big body of experience to pull from. So he'll pull in ideas from a lot of different projects that he's worked on and other things that he's seen work. But also because of his humility, Andrea doesn't seem to have any emotional attachment to this idea or that idea. It's all about the data. It's all about what works, and it's all about test it, which is really nice when you're going through this kind of rapid iteration process and just trying to throw things at the wall and see what sticks. And I think other people in the business, especially without that experimentation background, there sometimes is, oh, I just really want to do this project. I'm invested in it. And Andrea is just very ruthless about, like, it didn't work, let it go, which is really nice, and it keeps everyone in the business moving forward.